Today, we're going to take a look at a quick demo of Attract and Hire. And today, I'm going to be able to show you how isolved Attract and Hire helps recruiters and hiring managers source, score, and select the best candidates for their open positions. So let's jump in and take a look at Attract and Hire. So, with Attract and Hire, our applicant tracking tool is essentially going to allow prospects to take all of their different open positions that they create inside of Attract and Hire and post them out directly to their website. So, if they have a careers page where candidates can go and apply for jobs, we can post directly out there. But we also have the capability of posting out to different job boards as well. Here at isolved, we actually integrate with over 4,000 different job boards across the country. So what you're seeing on my screen right now is a snapshot of some of those different job boards that we integrate with. You'll even notice that we can post out to social media sites as well. So think about Facebook pages that are driven towards the business or maybe even different Twitter accounts. And under this job board push area is where the prospects would go to find all of the different job boards that we'll post out to for them automatically. Now, what will happen is as candidates are out there applying for jobs, whether they're coming through directly through the website or they're coming directly through different job boards, they're all going to funnel right into this applicant pool. And from here, this is where we keep it so simple and easy for recruiters or hiring managers to utilize because there's all different ways that they can filter on all of their different candidates. Whether they want to focus on candidates that have applied for certain jobs, candidates that have applied for specific departments or locations, or even if they simply just want to filter from their qualified versus their disqualified candidates. Once they've taken a look at that pool of applicants that they're interested in drilling down into, if there's one that stands out to them, they'll simply select their name. And then from here, they're able to view the candidate profile. So when the candidate goes online, they complete their application and hit submit, that is what creates this true candidate profile. And this is going to keep it so simple for recruiters and hiring teams to utilize because all through one area, they can review all of the employment history and education that was parsed off of that candidate's resume. Down below is where they can see any references if that is something that's part of their application process. And then they can see all of the different job questions along with the candidate's answers. And one thing I love to point out is you'll notice these different scores that I have assigned to each of these different questions. This is something that recruiters and the hiring teams can tie into their job questions to help them discover those candidates that will be a good fit for those roles that they're applying for. A few other things to mention that we can do directly through the candidate profile. We can send direct messages to the candidates through email and through text, and even schedule calendar invites through here as well. So, say that it's time to finally have that first phone interview or in person interview. All of that can be scheduled directly through Attract and Hire. This calendar tool can look at multiple calendars at one time. So, if you have a recruiter and a hiring manager, and maybe even a department head that's going to be included in that interview process, this can take a look at all of their calendars and show you the days and times that are available for everyone to sit down and be part of that interview with that candidate. Now, when it comes down to different types of screenings, this is also something that we can streamline. We partner directly with our sister company, Pro Screening. So, in the event that a prospect needs to utilize screenings, all of this can be sent through Pro Screening and streamlined through Attract and Hire. We even have the capability of sending out video interviews as well. So, something that we found, especially with the landscape today, is that, of course, a lot of organizations are still having your traditional phone interview or even in person interviews, but a lot of organizations are wanting to send out video interviews. And that is something that prospects can send out directly through Attract and Hire with our partnership through Wedge. And then finally, once they've gone through their entire hiring process from start to finish, they've gone through all of their interviews, maybe that candidate also went through a video interview. But once that client has decided, okay, you know what, we're ready to send out an offer letter, this is something that they can streamline all through Attract and Hire. So they can choose from different offer letter templates. And just to show you an example of what that offer letter could look like, this is an example of how a client could actually go in and create their own offer letters and capture all of the signatures along the way. They can include their own logo, and of course, they can configure their own messaging that they want to include in the offer letter. But notice that down below is where we'll capture those different signatures. So, of course, we'll gather the electronic signature from the candidate, but we can also capture internal signatures as well. So if this offer letter needs to go through a workflow approval process to capture multiple internal signatures, this can be captured in the offer letter as well. One other thing to keep in mind is that as clients have recruiters and hiring managers that are going to be involved in the hiring process, it's going to be really important that they have a dedicated space where they can come in and communicate and collaborate with one another. So, if they are going through the hiring process and they're ready to schedule an interview and they want to share some notes with that person that will be sitting down for the next interview, they can come in here and share notes with one another and even share different scores as well and attach documents to give them that true cloud document storage. So, as a wrap up of our Tract and Hire demo today, we were able to show you a couple of key features that are going to be really important to keep in mind with the Tract and Hire. We talked about how we're able to post out to over 4,000 different job boards across the country to help uncover top talent. We talked about how we can automate administrative tasks, enable candidate scoring, and even consolidate internal team collaboration. We talked about the capabilities of sending out video interviews with scheduling as well. And finally, we also talked about the candidate dashboard with cloud document storage.